can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why
Just talk.
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's
So, we're looking at economic abuse from stalkers, domestic violence offenders. Mr. Charles Berry is a stalker. He's been trying to bother me for a decade. And so some psychologists will tell you that the longer the stalking persists, the more mentally ill the stalker is. So you got John Hinckley Jr. sitting around watching TV. He sees Jodie Foster and forms an imaginary romance with her that isn't real to her at all. And Mr. Perry's done the same thing to me. He's also committed murder in the first degree more than once. So to try to cover it up, he's demanding that I lie. He has threatened me for a very long time to get me kicked out of my house, try to force me back to Texas where he can, and I'm quoting, do more to hurt her. We also have established that I'm going to starve you into a lie. And the thing is he'll say that and we'll tell people, I'm getting threatened. I'm being threatened that he's going to economically abuse me, take my money, starve me into a lie. He wants me to lie, which means I'm telling the truth, right? If you're telling the truth, then what's the need for a lie? I've given my court testimony more than once, in more than one court proceeding. It's on the docket. I have no intent to change it. I have no intent to move back to Texas. But, so, he gets me kicked out of my house, which that was threatened. He was recorded talking to my landlord. It's almost like the guy has no understanding of what's even happening. And, certainly no grasp on reality if he thinks watching TV is a fucking date. It's not. He's a Looney Tune. Okay, voyeurism and peeping is a crime, Mr. Perry, not a date. It's July 1st, 2022. Mr. Perry has now carried out a second threat in an attempt to try to force me back to Texas against my will. We've been over this again and again and again and again. We don't forget the threats. We document every single one. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyone who's astute in law enforcement will tell you, document, 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 document. Mr. Perry had a case opened against him before I moved to Lubbock regarding human rights violations, deprivation of basic human needs of women and children, torture, torment, and starvation of women and children. These guys wanted him elected. They wanted him elected so they could get to him. That's what my part was. That's when it was supposed to be over. But he has kept this dragged on and on and on and on. I moved twice to get away from him. As she said, I'm going to have to move to get away from you because you won't fucking leave me alone. And Perry's the same way. So he's always in Oklahoma. He's, I guess, refused to account for his time. I've not seen him, but I understand that he's actually been sitting outside my club where I was working many a night. My guys said they saw him. Remember, there was one investigating him, but why is she broke? Our girl's smart. She can make money. Why is she? We've not seen this happen to her before, so why is she broke? What's he doing? It turns out he was renting out the club where I worked, running off all the money, and having his 5 guys go in with their little canned food. I'll take your steak and give you canned food, and you're going to be thankful I gave. So he pissed off one of the girls I was working with one night. I go on stage, and keep in mind I started dancing to get away from him. I completely changed my life to get away from this bitch. I mean, it's a complete rejected fail. Everybody gets rejected, everybody else moves on, and he cannot keep up with everybody else. He's a complete rejected fail. He's making me sick at my stomach. So when he gets mad because he has leaks, but he's not understanding why he has leaks. Everybody's sick and tired of him and his demands for a lie. I'm going to starve you into a lie. And I've said it, that he's threatened me with that. I'm going to get you kicked out of your house until you fucking lie. So I guess tonight they were recorded calling up here. Is she not going to Dallas? So what happened is that, the threat that he made, I'm going to cut off your money and you're going to fucking get back to Texas. My ex-husband lives in Texas. They've been trying to get me to move back in with him for years. This is not new. This is old. This is something they've tried to do for a long time. So I tell my ex-husband, I can't go back to Texas. Remember the threat that he made to false arrest me? That email that I sent you, we all call the McNamara email of 2015, and he carried it out months later. You think it's safe for me to go to Texas? You're off your nut. Guess what? No response. No response at all. I'm like, they'll kill me. My ex-husband, I'm the mother of his son, doesn't respond. So I guess this morning, that was questioned. I'm concerned. Why is her ex-husband? This is your kid's mom. You got one kid with her. You got one kid, and this is his mom, and that's how you treat her. You're doing that to her. Your son's mom. He doesn't have another mom. That's the only one he's got. I raised that boy by myself, going through all this. So, that concerned someone enough to where they were talking about it. We're looking at the facts here. They don't add up to Charles Perry's story. They do add up to what she's saying. Look at the dates. Look at the times. Look at the dockets. It's not adding up. He's full of crap. And that's why he's going out of money. So I did a video showing how he goes up my DoorDash. I mean, whatever job I have, he's trying to fuck it up. So we had a witness that came forward a long time ago that said, as long as I've known Charles Perry, he'll troll women. He'll put hidden cameras in their home when they're not there. And tells his wife he's out of town on business. No one knows really what he's doing. So he's been up in Oklahoma, just fucking with me all the time. Apparently, I control him. When you have a person that every minute of their time is spent trying to make you fail, you're in complete control of that person. I don't try to make somebody else fail. I'm not sitting around. I'm going to collect evidence on a criminal case against Mr. Perry. That's what I do. We're trying to make him stop making people suffer. That's what people do. I was raised in 4 generations of police. I have 40 cops helping me right now. They got me the Fabian puzzle in jail. Right up under Perry's nose. No one asked him, and it wasn't up to him. He thinks he's God. He's got one of those grandiose thinking serial killer minds. I'm God. I'm entitled. You owe me. I'm going to crap up your life, and you owe me. And you're like, wow, because you had talked about it. So the witness said he'll install hidden cameras in these women's homes and broadcast them all over the dark web and sells watch time. Then he gets these women fired. Then they can't find another job. He has the family members berate them. And then they lose their house, and then he has the ex take the kids away and blows these little babies' lives up. Blows them up. You have a nice, stable home. You have a family of support. And all of a sudden, Charles Perry, who is a sexual sadist, gets off on making women hysterical, blows their life up, the witness said. He said he came to me for a handout. He wanted me to invest in his company. I wish I could unhear that whole thing. He said, I'm glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it. I'm sick of sleeping with one eye opened. I wish he hadn't told me about it. It's very uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable thing to have to live with, knowing what he's doing. So this has been out. We've told, here's a little early discovery, Mr. Perry, on your criminal case. You can have that. We have that witness. There may be more than one. And you don't have a date. You don't have a real love life. You're watching TV. You're not doing a fucking thing different than John Hinckley Jr., who, by the way, was put in a mental hospital. So when you sit and watch TV and you're watching women in the privacy of their home, one of his guys was recorded when he pesters Cynthia and takes her money. Things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. And you know what Perry does? Great, let's do it more. While he's asking me who his leaks are, which I'm not told who his leaks are. I don't even care. You know what? I'm glad to just have the information. That's very confidential information, Perry, because you like to murder people. So we're not putting somebody's life at risk because you want to know who your leaks are. And then do what? Go kill them? We did say you're a serial killer, didn't we? You just seem like you're very insistent on proving me out. You proved out the witness already. You've gotten me kicked out of my home over and over and over. And then what'd you do? Go rub one out, as he said? That's crime causation, by the way, Matt. This is a sex offender. He's a sex offender. And he seems bent on proving me when I say that. What I asked you to do, sir, is leave me the fuck alone. And then you wouldn't have needed a cover-up. I did offer, when I lived in Dallas, I did offer Ben Campbell, I'll sign an NDA, but he's going to have to leave me the fuck alone. Butt out of my business. Get off me. Mr. Perry has become so overbearing with his demands for a lie and his obsession with torture, torment, and starvation of women and kids that he has developed leaks like a sieve, and we don't have that. You know why? People don't like what he's doing, and they do like what we're doing. We're putting a stop to it. If I were lying, would he need to starve me into a lie? Nope. He wouldn't need that at all. He wouldn't pay any attention to me at all. He's not, he's not getting a lie, and he's trying to force me against my will back to Texas, and he's using family to do it. My ex-husband. Make her go to Texas. I'm telling the guy, he'll kill me. He made a threat and carried it out already. You watched him do it. And so, I'm telling you, he's still making those threats. That's not stopped. I get threatened every day with property loss, income loss, false arrest, and death. Every fucking day. And then there's a recording of him. We need to get her back to Texas so we can, and I'm quoting, do more to hurt her. And then tonight, is she not going to Dallas? Is she not going to Dallas tonight? I thought she was going to go to Dallas tonight. I thought we had all things arranged so that she'd go to Dallas. How bad do we need to make her life so she'll do what we tell her? You guys are occult, aren't you? Right, we hear that. All these guys pretend like they're Christian, far-right-wing Republicans, and they're actually not. What they actually are is they're all members of the occult. This is an occult. They are sex trafficking, and we caught them. Because before Mr. Perry did this crap to me, no one knew. But you know what that means, Mr. Perry? Not only do I own you, and I occupy 24/7 of your day, don't I? I control your day. I control your time, don't I? So, how pathetic are you that I'm controlling every fucking thing you do? And you wouldn't have notoriety, Mr. I'm a serial killer, grandiose thinking, and I deserve everybody to know how much power I have, that I can cause a woman to lose her home and starve to death if I so wish. If I didn't talk about it, nobody would know you had that kind of power, right? But they do only know because I'm talking about it. So without me, there's nothing to define you and your crime, right? Your power. You don't have the power to pick on men. You beat down women and children. You're pathetic. You're weak. You're impotent and powerless. You want everybody to know how powerful you think you are, beating down women and children, ruining their lives, taking their money, and starving them to death. While you go, and I'm quoting the witness, rub one out. So you've been caught when you do it to me, and you act like you have no fucking idea what those words really mean. When he pesters Cynthia and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've never seen before. We've never had one. Figure out that we put hidden cameras in their home. We've never had one of these victims of our crime figure out that we're causing the problems in their life. We've never had one of these women bill us $1,000 a day for being entertained, watching them in the privacy of their home, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. You heard of restitution? I'm going to get a conviction, and you're going to pay restitution. I assure you, sir. I occupy every minute of every hour of every day of your life. You wouldn't have anything to define who you are as a criminal, a notorious criminal. What would Ted Bundy be if nobody knew what he was? What would John Wayne Gacy be if nobody knew what he was? What would Dennis Rader be if no one knew what he could do? The power. Excuse me, the power that these men had to take a life. Right? Is that what you want everybody to know? You have power to take a life. You have power to terrorize women, starve them, starve their kids, make money off their body against their will without their knowledge and consent. That's your power. That's your claim to fame. And no one would know if I didn't talk about it. I'm the very thing that defines who you are, Mr. Perry. And you don't spend a minute of any day not that I'm not in control of everything you do. I control you. Otherwise, you wouldn't bother. You wouldn't have your little meetings trying to make me fail. How can we make her fail? How bad do we need to make her life so she'll do what we say and lie? If I was already lying, you wouldn't need me to change my story, would you? Right. I'm happy to be that one, and you want me under a bridge starving to death. That's your choice. I'm sure you can live with your consequences. Because what happened today is my guys get a recording of I don't know. I guess Perry called this morning, the place where I'm staying. I went in to pay the bill Monday, and the girl says, "Oh, you don't need to pay. I've rolled you over a week. So you have all week to pay." I said, "Oh, okay." I was kind of surprised. I said, "Okay." So I left, and my guys are telling me this morning Charles called them and told them, kick her out. We're going to have our ex-husband go get her. She's going back to Texas tonight. Did you say that? Are you going to prove out my recording? I didn't call my ex-husband and tell him to come get me, did I? I said I'll go under the bridge. Sorry. To the best of my knowledge, they haven't kicked me out. If they do, then you're going to prove out the recording. And you do that a lot. It's not, what's one more? We've got shit tons of that. What's one more? We're building up your notoriety for you, sir. We're making your reputation. We're defining who you are, aren't we? We control that. You don't control that. We control your leaks. You've never controlled that. You never will. So, it's interesting that you continue to prove out recordings, that you continue to do exactly what we say. And we're like, wow, it's so easy, it's not even fair. And you act like you don't even know what the fuck is happening. We're laughing at you. We're like, whatever, weirdo. So, economic abuse is part of stalking and domestic violence. Right? Coerced. Coercion is a crime, right, Mr. Perry? There's a whole website about it. So here we have what the legal definition of is coercion. He's clearly, if he's jamming up my Dasher app, which I recorded that the other night, I had half an hour of no orders. That is unheard of. I've never had that happen before. He will. I've had the week before I had 7 hours of my time spent declining orders that were upside down. So it's like the order's like, you drive 10 miles and we'll pay you $2. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'll take that. It needs to be about $1.50 a mile so that you can pay for the gas and your time and make some money. It has to be profitable or it's not worth taking the order. So I'm getting, we know he's hacked my Dasher app. We've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. We've said it over and over and over and over and over. So it's not like it's new. He's, the guy said he'll get these women fired from their job. So he did try that. He had somebody, the one order that I got that I could take, it was a hand it to me order. Give it to me. So you give it to that person, and twice he's already done this. I give it to the person. They call DoorDash and complain they didn't get it, and I have nothing to prove. So I try to always now take a picture. Well, all of a sudden my camera app wouldn't work. My texting, my in-app texts wouldn't work. He's trying to get me to use my personal text. So all of a sudden, all that happens with this one order. Thankfully, I had something with me that I could go ahead and take a picture. So I took the picture. But that was his third attempt to have someone lie and get me fired. That's what Perry does. He's proving out our witness. He starves them into a lie. He'll starve them, and then he goes and rubs one out. He likes getting women hysterical and upset. He thinks that's sex. He thinks that's a relationship. It's actually not. It's just crime. Coercion is a crime. Stalking, peeping, hacking are crimes. And he could not possibly know what I'm doing. For all he knows, I'm at the spa. For all he knows, I'm at the mall. For all he knows, I'm at the grocery. For all he knows, I'm watching TV at home. He can't possibly know where I am and what I'm doing without peeping and hacking and stalking. So the allegations against him are that, and coercion, witness tampering. So I'm going to tell you again, for the record, Mr. Perry is doing exactly what we say. We got more recordings because of it. Everybody's had enough of his lie and is bearing down on everybody the pressure. Make her do what we want. Make her do what we want. Make her do... How bad do we have to make her life for her to do what we say and go back to Texas so we can do even worse to her? Kill her. Sell her. Take her across, that was another conversation that was very concerning, Mr. Perry, that you don't have any business having my driver's license, my birth certificate, or my Social Security card, and that if you're taking those documents, you intended to sell me across the Canadian border. And that some of those men that you had coming in the strip club were there to shop. And that you've already taken half the money up front, and you have failed to meet delivery because you keep getting caught. I have help. Fabian puzzle, Mr. Perry. I have help. So I'm going to tell you again, What I said the other night. I do not want your buy-a-lie money. I'm not going to lie for you. I'm not going back to Texas. I told you to fix the problems you created, or we'll get more, and you'll wish you had just left me alone. Had you done what Ben said, what I told Ben, I'll sign an NDA, but he leaves me the fuck alone. I never hear from him again. And you declined. March 2020, what did I tell you? Give back what you took and get the fuck out. And I said that in response to, again, an offer. Buy a lie, or we'll starve you to death. I'll starve you, or you take my bribe. Pick one. You're all about the threats and the bribes. To women and children. Because you can't fight with men, you're too fucking weak and pathetic. You're a coward and a pussy. So you pick on women and children, right? So I said, get back what you took. Give my money back. Get Michael Neely home. Get my club full of people because you ran everybody off. And you get the hell out of my life. Get Fabian and Tristan up here so we can talk and you don't butt into that. And you said no. You said no. And then you have the reporter going, if they had just done what she said, had she now asserted they committed a fraud upon a court, again for the 4th time, in Michael Neely's trial, if she continued to say they killed Chief Miller, we would have said she's wrong, if not a little crazy. They helped Michael get home. Everybody can see he didn't have a mark on him. He wasn't in that fight. But instead, they did exactly what she said. What'd she say? I'm sorry, I think I skipped some of it. If she asserted now that they killed Chief Miller, we would say she's wrong, if not a little crazy. They helped get Michael home. She's doing good. There's no evidence of coercion or witness tampering. And so there's no reason to believe that they did that, even if they did do it. Had they gotten a meth guy or something, and then there would be no link to her or the car vandalism. She had just reported to Manford Police or anything like that. Now, on that Manford Police report, somebody got in my trunk. They put powder all in it. They put the same powder was covering a room, and you're 3 doors down. So it was covering a room 3 doors down, and I reported it as vandalism. No one knows who did it. No one saw. Here's what we know. There's this and this and this. It's in my trunk. It's in that room. And I have a stalker. It could be that. But I can't know that for sure. That's why we need a police investigation. If it is, I need to file another protective order. We're in court right now. One of the guys I'm suing is staying. His employees are staying 3 doors down. Well, it might have been his employee. I don't know. Ask Laura. Ask the people that work here. I'm not giving a list of guests. So 6 days later, apparently, or a few days later, Chief Miller had a death at that same location and believed it to be natural causes. The guy was sick, but I guess some family members were questioning it due to a tumultuous relationship with the ex-girlfriend. So I think that he was kind of looking into it a little further and decides to go to this class in Pensacola of how to determine whether or not death is natural causes, suicide, or murder. Sometimes it's hard to tell. And Mr. Perry's got that down to an art, by the way. There are people that looks like they died from natural or from suicide, and they did not. He slipped him a Mickey. But like the one with Justice Scalia, while they're planning the false arrest on harassment, we're going to go into court and lie to the highest court in the land and say that we're going to harass the hell out of Cynthia when she complains about it. We'll say she's harassing us. You planned that when you did the first false arrest, right? I heard. Right at that same time, in the same place, West Texas, Justice Scalia dies suddenly. William O. Ritchie's going, how come there was no post-mortem protocol followed in his death investigation? I don't think there was a death investigation. There should have been. If he died here, there would have been. So what's wrong with West Texas that they're having to, that they didn't do one? Looks a little fishy. Did you change out his pill so it looked like natural causes? I don't know. There's a lot of suspicious deaths around you, sir. Are you a serial killer? See, you don't get the notoriety that Ted Bundy got if no one knows. If no one knows, I define who you are. I define you, sir. You're just some pathetic little nerdy, boring accountant from a small town, Podunk, Texas, without your crime and the notoriety for your crime and people knowing how much power you have, ruining the lives of women and children. Right? So you needed me to talk about it, didn't you? To get the word out of who Charles Perry really is. He's not actually some boring, nerdy little accountant from small town nowhere. He's actually a notorious serial killer. And I control everything he does 24/7. I control his leaks. We control his leaks. I have help. We control your leaks. You've never controlled that. You want to starve me into a lie so I can go, oh, well, I did tell you so. I did say. I told you so. I have been saying. You did exactly what we say. Then go ahead. You do what you do, princess. I'm sure you can live with your choices, right? Coercion is a crime. Stalking is a crime. Harassment is a crime. Witness tampering is a crime. Peeping. You're a peeping Tom. You don't have a real love life. You have a TV show. You're pretending. Just like John Hinckley did. There's never going to be a date, and in fact, it pisses me off that you would even ask. You got a lot of nerve. I've already made my wishes clear. It's not you. It will never be you. I don't go out with men who are weirdo and invade privacy and can't control themselves. I don't go out with men who are creepy. I don't go out with men who are abusive, sir. And I sure as shit don't go out with cop killers. So, you want to coerce? Thank you for validating my claims. You wouldn't want to starve me into a lie if I was already lying. You need a change in my testimony because it's the truth. And your coercion is duly noted for the record, and you do what you do. But remember who actually controls you. I control you. You spend 24 hours, 7 days a week, trying to figure out how to make me fail, starve her into a lie. How bad do we need to make her life to force her back to Texas against her will? Wow, Jesus. What a fucked up thing to say. And we got that recording because it's a fucked up thing to say and very disturbing to the normal folk they're not weirdos like y'all. Jesus, help us. So we got that recording because you upset everybody, Mr. Perry. You always do. They're telling me he called your place today and told him to kick you out. I haven't been kicked out yet, but I've been running errands. I haven't been back. So we'll see what it looks like when I get back. But I want you to know, my guy recorded the girl who I went up to pay, and she said, oh, I rolled you a week. You have all week to pay. Okay. That did free up some of my cash. But then you owe me some money, too. What I told you to do in lieu of your bribe, in response to your, I'll give you money in Texas if you lie for me. I'm not going to lie for you. You owe me a legit debt. Give it back. Or we'll spend all of our waking minute catching your crime like it's never been caught before. And you can't stop yourself. You can't control yourself. You have low IQ and no self-control. You can tell you have no idea what's happening. You can tell by the way that you act, you don't have any idea what we're doing. We're quoting you and you're asking who told, but you're not putting it together in your head what that really means for you. You can tell. You don't know. You have no idea, do you? Wow, it's so easy. It's not even fair. So this is the Facebook page, justiceforsin.com, and on it, we have the conversation that was recorded after Mr. Perry, kept threatening me today. I'm going to starve you back to Texas. You're going back to Texas whether you want to or not. I'm 52, sir. I'm a 52-year-old woman on the dean's list of college. I'm catching your crime. So I'm sorry, but you don't get to tell me what to do. I've been out thinking you for 13 years, like nobody else in your life has done. Nobody else has these. The recordings of you talking. How bad do we need to make her life to force her back to Texas? Anybody else have a recording like that, sir? I have it. We have it. 41,000 emails representing 41,000 recordings. Say it to my face, sir. How bad do we need to make her life to force her against her will, a grown woman in a free country? This is not Iraq. I'm not wearing a burqa. I'm not in your occult. I don't even want anything to do with your occult. You fucking liar, you fucking fraud. Nobody knew that about you until you did this stuff to me. Then all of a sudden, you have a new normal. Everyone knows now, don't they? That's why you're trying to coerce a lie. If I was telling a lie, you don't need to make me lie, do ya? I'm telling the truth. Thank you for validating me by trying to starve me into a lie. I appreciate it. Stupid. God, it's so easy. It's not even fair, princess. This was the first one. I'm going to false arrest you. Since in October, and he did it. Went into court and lied. That's what the reporter said. Now we have, in Mike Neely's case, now we have four fraudulent court proceedings where Cynthia is kept out of intentionally, which means she has something of value to say. She's telling the truth, or they'd let her in. That's not harm in letting her in to a court of law if they can prove she's lying, or to show evidence she doesn't have. She didn't have a law degree. 5 attorneys can't handle one girl with no law degree, not a lick of law school. They're that incompetent. They can't just do a normal proceeding 4 times. You're that pathetic, sir? Yeah, okay. Well, you don't need me to lie if I'm already lying, do you? So we've all told everybody he's trying to starve me into a lie. He's trying to make me homeless. So now I go, well, I told you so. How am I supposed to lie when you do exactly what I say? And I say it beforehand, sir, not after. You're stupid. I don't even, it's so easy. It's not even fair. There's the harassment emails dated way back in 2017. We're going to send her home and make her, harass the fuck out of her. Try to starve her. Run her customers off from her club. Rent out the whole thing. Don't anybody tell her. And then only our 5 guys will come in with their peanuts and canned food. So, my girlfriend that I danced with was pissed. I go up on stage and this guy starts to hand me a couple of dollars. And his buddy pulls his hand back and he goes, that's the girl that pissed off some bigwig in Texas. You can't tip her. They told us we can't tip her. And he goes, oh, God, I don't want to deal with that. Let's get out of here. And they left. You make everybody's stomach sour. That's why we can get stuff like what you just said. Right here, sir. You're quoted. How bad do we need to make her life? I'm going to starve her into life. That's not one. Where's the one of, this one? Yep, today. How bad do we need to make her life to force her back to Texas? Is she not going to Dallas today? We told those people to kick her out. They told her she had all week, but we told them to kick her out today. Will they, sir? Okay, well, I don't know. I will tell you, my ex-husband called me, and I said, I need your help right now. And he said, fuck you, not helping you. Just like you told him to. He did exactly what you said. Yep. Okay. So duly note that for the record too, Princess. So we have all this. Princess Twinkle Toes likes to pick on women. Too weak to pick on dudes. This was Lucky. They said they wanted to get her on harassment. Now this is where the murder comes in. Apparently, Lucky talked to Mr. Powell, pushing and shoving on we gotta get her on the harassment. Arrest her for harassment. Get her on harassment. She keeps telling on us. She's telling the truth, and we don't like the truth. It's inconvenient for us and our corruption. So, apparently, Lucky said, just back off. I'm concerned about that powder in that room. I don't think that was a coincidence. Did Lucky say it or Mike? Did Lucky say it or Mike, Mr. Perry? I don't think it's a coincidence there's that powder all over that room. I gotta investigate it more. I can't just throw her in jail. I gotta look into it. And next thing you know, Josh Burson is pressuring Mike Neely to go to Pensacola, like you're pressuring me to go to Texas, so you can blow up people's lives, and you act like nobody suspects a thing. That's how you make a lie work. You get everybody, talking because they're pissed off that you're going to do something horrible. Then you go ahead and you do the horrible thing you talked about doing. And then when we all go, well, we did tell you so, everybody's like, well, what was she supposed to lie about? They did exactly what she said. This was the room. This was my trunk. That was the crime reported. Then they went at my time. I mean, they go, my car. This right here could have been my head. We're pretty sure it was intended to be my head. Busted my engine in 2. I went out a different route that delayed me about 2 minutes. So I was behind the guy 2 minutes further back than he thought. So he throws the brake, it hits the asphalt, goes up under my car and cracks the engine in 2 instead of my head. Had I gone out the normal way, I'd be dead. I'd be dead. Hits my car, we gotta get her car. We gotta force her back to Texas. Take her car, force her back to Texas. Take her home, get her kicked out of her home, force her back to Texas. So we can do more to her. Look at all this, Perry. You're caught, dude. I mean, what am I supposed to lie about when you keep doing exactly what I say? We say it beforehand. 41,000 of these. And that's just what you know about, and that's just what pertains to me. It's not all. It's not all, Princess Prissy Pants, Twinkle Toes. I like to beat down women and children because I'm too weak to pick on men. If you feel tough when you pick on women. This was the order that they wanted to get me fired over. First of all, these orders I can't take. So I spent last week 7 hours declining orders just like that. Never before has that happened. You might get 2 or 3, but not one right after, 7 hours worth. This one was their girl, right here. She was at some hospital. She tells me, hand it to me, which in this case, I want you to drop it off at the receptionist and text me when you do that, when you leave it. So, I tried to text her. As you can see, the text doesn't work. I did call her, tell her your food's here. And I tried to take a picture, because remember what we're doing is we're saying hand it to the customer, but the customer's going to call DoorDash and lie and say they didn't bring it. Then we get Cindy fired, right? So I'm trying to take a picture. All of a sudden, the camera app won't work. That's not fishy. That's not fishy at all. So the DoorDash app won't work right, and the camera app won't work right. It's a brand new phone. I mean, I've had it not even 30 days. That's what it's supposed to look like when you text a customer. Not this. Right? It's going to starve her into a lie. Going out her car so she can't work. And then how bad do we need to make her life? So here's the, I'm going to get her kicked out of her home. Since it's COVID moratorium, let's use smoking. That was on the 9th of February last year. And then she did try on the 15th. Exactly what you said. So, does she go to jail with you, sir, for doing what you said? Does my ex-husband go to jail with you, sir, for doing what you said? Who goes with you, huh? This was the coaxing. I'm going to coax. How do you know who coaxed Mike to Pensacola? Because he didn't want to go. Like we're trying to coax you to Texas, like you don't want to go. I guess someone eventually got to him. Josh Burson do it. After he told Mr. Powell, I'm not going to arrest her on harassment just yet. I don't think it was a coincidence. There's powder all over that room. I want to look into it. When I get back, I'm going to look into it. Meantime, we got to get Mike there too. Who planned the trip first? Did they both schedule this trip together, or did Lucky do it first and then Mike joined him after you talked him into it and decided we got to get both, not just one? See, if I'm a witness on this and you knew it and you're asking me all these questions about the trial, so you were worried about what I had to say because I control you. You don't control anything. You can't control you. You're always worried about what I'm saying. I control you when you're worried about me saying what you're doing. And I control 24/7, and you got to have meetings to try to make me fail. I'm complete control of you. I occupy 24/7 of your time. And I'm what defines you, aren't I? You didn't want to be a boring little nobody podunk, pathetic little nothing accountant in small town Texas, nothing. You wanted to be a notorious serial killer, right? And you can't do that if somebody doesn't talk about your crime. Because here's the thing. When you fuck with me, you get told on. Well, why would you keep fucking with me? That didn't even make sense. You just want to be famous, don't you? You want that notoriety, like BTK had, don't you? Look what kind of power I have. I can take a woman's food and home. That's the kind of power I have. I'm not some boring little accountant, after all. Right? So I define who you are. I control you. Right? What else do you think about all day but me? Trying to make me fail. Trying to get me. I get threatened every day. I'm going to get you. Are you? Are you going to get me? Well, if I'm under a bridge, you got to first find what bridge I'm under before you can get me. Mr. I'm, too weak to pick on dudes, so I'm going to pick on women. That's the threats. That's the attempted murder number 1. Are you giving me arsenic? Yup. I am. Let your life fade away. I can't promise the stalking will end without death and destruction. You're going to get murdered. They want me in Texas where they can do that a little easier. There's another upside down order. Right, Mr. Perry? You need me in Texas so you can kill me? And my ex-husband's not acting like I'm the mother of his son. That upset that man. I'm concerned about this text from her husband. Her ex-husband. That's his one and only son. And that's his one and only mom. And he has no qualms helping Perry. Make her homeless. Make her go to Texas. She's telling you, they'll kill me. And he's not getting back to her and going, yeah, we don't want that. You're right, we don't want that. Let me see what else I can do. He's not saying that. He's saying nothing. Wow, I'm not going to help you. Go fuck yourself. Right, Charles? Did you tell him to say that? I told you to stay away from my family, right? And you're just proving us out. You're doing exactly what I say. So what is it I'm supposed to lie about when you do what I say? Point out for me the marks on this guy that looks like he was in a fight. You drugged him, just like you did me. There's his arrest report. There's no injuries listed on that either. I said it in March 2020, and it was confirmed in May. So what did you want me to lie about? That I knew about it in March 2020 or that it was confirmed in May? I said you're trying to starve me into a lie. So what am I supposed to lie about? You are trying to starve me into a lie. See, you're not all there. Low IQ and no impulse control. Not a mark on him. Red swollen right hand. Well, there's a needle in it from an IV. So on that, when they threw the brick at me, to the right of where that guy's sitting is where I'd normally go out. There's a road in front of a restaurant that used to be called Freddy's. But you can go left, and you go all the way to the left, all the way down the road, to the end of the road, and then you can hit that freeway, and you're going to come back right again. So that clearly is going to put you behind 2 to 3 minutes longer than if I just gone out to the right there and out off the freeway. But what happened is I saw Perry's guy sitting there. Oh, shit. Not that. So I went out the other way to get away from him. I'm always trying to get away from you. Yeah, you're not hot and sexy. You're creepy. You're a really, really creepy dude. You're really, really, really cruel. And that's why nobody wants to help you. You're cruel. Everybody wants that stopped. Everybody's sick and tired of barfing on your demands for a lie. And you just bear down and bear down and bear down with your coercive pressure. I need a lie. You're going to lie for me. I'm going to starve you into it, or I'm going to kill you. I'm been threatened every day with death, false arrest, starvation, economic loss, and property loss. So you're going to go, well, what am I going to do? I did tell you so. What am I supposed to lie about when you do exactly what I say, dumb fuck? You can't even do crime right. So these are what the witnesses said. They said they saw this happen actually a lot. People pulling up there to take pictures of me. Right? Your black Lexus with Texas plates. So, I mean, I don't know what to do for you, Mr. Perry. You're just doing what I say. So, I don't know what it is you think I'm supposed to lie about. You're taking my money. You're trying to starve me into a lie. You got my ex-husband to do your bidding. And, that was all caught today. You called the place that I'm staying. They already told me you got all week. I tried to pay. She goes, I'll roll you a week. You got all week. Okay. So, I understand you called them this morning and said, no, she doesn't have all week. It's Friday. What we're going to do is you kick her out. She'll call her ex-husband and he'll come pick her up. We've already planned this once with the plane ticket and shit. She caught us. So what am I supposed to lie about, sir? It's right there. What am I supposed to lie about, Mr. Perry, when you keep doing exactly what we say? We're getting that from recordings. Leaks, wiretap orders, that kind of shit. When you do it to me, it's all different. You act like you don't know that. It's all different. When he pesters Cynthia, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Had they done what she said in March 2020, if she continued to assert that they killed Chief Miller and framed Mike, we would say she's wrong, if not crazy. Because they got Mike home. She's doing great. There's no evidence of coercion. There's no evidence of witness tampering. They got him home. They got some meth guy in there. Has nothing to do with them and nothing to do with her. Or that vandalism. So, doesn't look like they did. She said even if they really did, if they did all that, that would be the better cover-up idea than what they did. She's starving to death. She lost her house. They're trying to force her back to Texas against her will. By starvation, stealing, theft, grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. How many charges are you going to be hit with on that? Call my ex-husband and tell him never. Oh, this guy's questioning it. What? Her ex-husband won't help her. He's not. I mean, she's saying this could get me killed, and they don't care. He doesn't care. That's not the right answer, sir. That is wrong answer, Mr. Perry and Mr. Ortiz. So, somebody brought that up, Perry. They noticed it. Didn't look right. Doesn't look right, does it? If they're normal. Where's the damn thing? I think it's on this one. How bad does it need to get to force her back to Dallas? Is she not going tonight? We made the phone call. Told her the people where she's staying kick her out. So, is she not going? I mean, how bad do we got to make her life before she'll go to Texas and do as we say? Subjugate. Violent subjugation. You can't pick on men. You're too weak and pathetic. You got to pick on women. I own you. See, if you guys are sitting around having these kind of meetings, how can we make her fail? I'm pretty powerful, don't you think? Or you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't need to. And everybody's sick and tired of hearing about how little Charles Perry needs a lie. Everybody's sick and tired of hearing about how little pathetic little Charles needs a lie. when you keep doing what I say you're gonna do before, you tell us, retard, what am I supposed to lie about? You keep making me go, well, I told you so. I did say. I've been saying that. He just did exactly what I've been saying. He proved me out again. He proved our witness out again. You don't know how many witnesses you have. He proved the leak out. The leak is the one that told what he said. So, what is it, Mr. Mental Slow? What do you think I'm supposed to lie about when you do exactly what I say you're talking about doing? I control your day every day. It's not like you know, I don't care anything about that. I'm out doing things with my family and my people. You're consumed with making me fail, which means I'm very good at what I do, or you wouldn't bother. You're not going after some random person, you know, in Idaho or something. You're going at me. And when you go at me, we get that. And it's that way every day, and you act like you have no fucking idea what that means. We know you don't know what that means. You don't know. There's a lot you don't know. It doesn't click for you. Official research shows criminals are stupid, or they wouldn't be criminals. They consistently have a low IQ and no self-control. Your picture's in the book. Right next to that. Because everybody else can just move on when somebody rejects them. They don't peep. They don't hack. They don't steal money from women and children. They don't get off hurting people. In fact, they hate it. They want to relieve suffering. Look what happened at 9/11. Look what happened at the shootings. People step and go, how can I help? It is very sick and twisted and demented to want to ruin somebody's life. And then try to do it, actually. You're a sick, demented man. And when you do it to me, you get caught. So, I can't lie for you when you keep doing exactly what we say. And we get it beforehand, sir, not after. It's not an afterthought. It's before. Right? I said Mike Neely was drugged before. Anybody got that information in a deposition. I said he's going to do a false arrest before. You so disturbed and upset somebody, they told on you. And you do that every day. Look at this. This disturbed somebody. Whoever made this phone call, you pissed somebody else off that heard it. Enough to where we got this. Man, that's sick. That is a sick, fucked up, twisted thing to do. So, let's record that. That is sick. Would he talk to somebody about it before he made that phone call? Is she not going to Dallas? Is she not going to be coerced? Did we not get her kicked out of her place so she thinks she doesn't have a choice? Huh? Who'd you disturb and upset when you said that? See, if without me talking about your crime, you're not notorious. You're just some boring little pathetic accountant. Doesn't matter. You only matter because I define you with this. Every time you get caught, that's why you keep doing it, isn't it? You get some thrill out of it, don't you? You get told on every time you fuck with me, and yet you keep going right at it. Right back to your barf. You get caught when you do it to me, and you go right back to your barf. And then you want people to lie, and everybody's like, well, about what? I mean, he's doing what she says. He keeps doing the same thing, exactly what she says. He said he's going to starve her into a lie. He's going to get her kicked out of her house. And then he did. Who does he think he's fooling? You don't need her to lie if she was already lying. You only need her to lie if she's telling the truth. You proved her right. You proved her out. You're stupid. You're a stupid criminal. All of them are. They wouldn't be criminals. Yeah, I think you're pathetic and I think you're weak. I think you're impotent. I think you're a coward. I think you're a pussy. Because if you were busy and you had power, you'd be doing what Ted Cruz is doing, and Tommy Tuberville's doing, and Jodi Arrington's doing, and that's not picking on women and kids. It's not ruining lives. Is it? They're busy working. They're busy making a name for themselves in their career as a senator or a congressman. Jodi Arrington's on Fox News talking about his work as a legislator. Well, you sit around on your fat, lazy ass making these kind of phone calls. Is she not going to leave? I called her landlord and told him again to kick her out. Then I called the hotel where she's staying. I told them to kick her out. We're making sure she didn't make any money, and we told her ex-husband, don't help her. Make her go there with you to her death. Your kid's mom. You got one son, and he has one mom. You know she just said they'll kill me. And you said nothing back. I'm not going to help you. Fuck you. Go live under a bridge. Or come here to your death. They need a lie. You're being overbearing with your demands for a lie. Do you understand me? You're being very, very overbearing, and everybody's sick and tired of it, so we get that. It's demented and disturbed that you would do something like that. That's why you don't have a cover-up. No, I want you to shut up. Listen, just shut up. Here's the thing. No one cares what you think. It is unbelievable that you continue to rant and talk and rant and talk and rant and talk. We've made it very clear. Everybody's tired of hearing it. Everybody's sick of hearing what you have to say. You need to shut up. Everybody's so tired of you. And you need to lie. And you're bothering everybody. And you need to get off your ass and go work. And be with your family. And leave everybody in Oklahoma the fuck alone. We're all tired of it. We're tired of you. You're making people sick. You're demented. You're disturbing people. And you need to stop. You need to control yourself. You're disturbing people. You are being stopped when we get this kind of shit right here. And you're a retarded man, or you'd know that. I wouldn't have to say it. You should know. You're retarded, literally. Medically. That's a medical term. I'm trying to get across right here. I'm not being an ass. I'm being I'm just real. Medically. You're mentally retarded, or this right here would scare the shit out of you enough to shut up and get out. And it doesn't. It doesn't click for you. We're talking over your head. And at your age, that should not be. At your age, you ought to understand every word I say and respond appropriately, and you never do. When you bother me, when you take my money, when you peep and invade my privacy, we get more of those. By the droves, because you're upsetting people, and you're fucktard that you don't know that. I shouldn't have to say it. You need to control yourself, sir. We're tired of the need for your lie. You're not going to get a lie. You need to shut up and get off your ass and go work and be with your family and leave everybody else alone. Then there won't be anything else to tell, right? Can you keep up with anybody at all? I know you can't keep up with me. I control you. Sit down and look at your schedule. How much of your day is consumed with trying to make me fail? Consumed with my ruin. All of it. I own your day. I own your time. I own you. I control everything you do. I matter. You don't. Right? I define you. Without me, no one knows what your power to do this bullshit is. And you're just some pathetic, nobody, boring, bizarre accountant from small town nothing, right? You're only notorious if I make you so. If people don't know what you do, you don't have that fame, that notoriety of how powerful Little Miss Princess is, that he can pick on women and children and ruin them. Because he's too weak to pick on dudes. Right? Is that how it is? That's how we see it. You like your little dolly? Your creepy little dolly? Does it get you a real life date? Is anybody in love with you? Or does it get you told on? We got this. When you pester me and take my money, we get these. So you do what you do. Alright? And don't complain about what happens when you do. It's the same thing every day. You disturb everybody. You're demented. And so we get these. And I shouldn't have to tell you that. If you weren't literally, clinically, mentally retarded, I wouldn't have to, would I? Leave me the fuck alone, you freaky Jason weirdo. Leave me alone.
You feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
You're
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches? I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Get the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I don't
gonna
give
get
a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's all.
Every day. I got pictures of you. I'm gonna get you. Are you pathetic? Are you? I'm glad I control everything you are and everything you do that much. I own you. We control your leaks. You don't. Never have. Don't forget, I define who you are. Right? If it weren't for me, nobody would know how powerful Little Miss Princess Perry is, that he can ruin a woman's life and her kids. Rip up the lives of a baby like you did mine. And everybody owes you a lie, right? And you're gonna get me. Alright, whatever.
Okay, you're gonna
Bring
Is
the
that
whole
a threat?
fucking army. I don't give a fuck.
Does this make you feel? You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that the
feel?
one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want,
I got
I
scratches.
can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Now, when I do that, when I said this earlier, clinically, medically, literally, without medical diagnosis, mental retardation, I got that from a shrink. I don't have the kind of qualifications to make that determination, although I will say any average, reasonable, prudent, individual person would wonder why you think you're going to get a lie when you keep doing what I say. And when you get caught every time you do something to me, why would you continue to do it anyway? If you're not mentally, clinically, mentally retarded or disabled. Huntington's disease or Alzheimer's or both. We don't know. But our shrink is qualified to make a predetermination based on what the fuck weird ass shit you do all day. And your failure to respond as a reasonable, prudent individual would respond when you keep getting caught, when you do shit to me. It's like we're talking over your head. So, she has said, I've not examined him. But just based on, he's not trying to do anything to prove that wrong. I keep waiting for him to, and he's just not. He's given me nothing to work with. Not a thing. To come in and be able to say I was wrong. I have nothing to do but come in. Well, he got caught. He knew he was caught, and he did it anyway. I don't know what else to say, but he's severely mentally retarded, or he wouldn't do that. Clinically, medically, sir. And you've not done a thing but continue to do the same thing every day that gets you caught. You're pissing everybody off. Normal people don't like it when you cause hardship for another person. Charles, your doll is creepy. Get rid of it. Your unicorn, your doll, your little girl toys, you don't think that's creepy? Do you see everybody else doing that? Your little cameras? You see other people doing that? It's illegal for a reason, bitch. A reasonable, prudent person wouldn't do it. You've been told, I don't like that, so please don't do that. And you do it anyway. If she hates it, he'll do that. And then you can't figure out why she doesn't like it. Him or him. Why don't you know that when a woman says, I don't like being stalked, I don't like being peeped on, I don't like you creeping up on me, I don't like the shit, weird-ass bullshit you do, there's a reason other men will not behave that way. It's disgusting and embarrassing. And you should be embarrassed too, and you act like you don't know. You should be embarrassed. You're creepy. Women don't like being starved. So when you do that, they're not going to like you. And you can't put that together in your head, and you can't figure out why people are saying you might be mentally retarded. Literally, medically, mentally retarded. You're shitting us with that, right? You need to set your expectations more reasonably, sir. Don't expect people to see you as an intelligent person when you act like that. When a woman says you peep, you hack, you butt into things that you're crossing boundaries, and by the way, you're very creepy. And I don't like any of that, so I don't like you. You're not my cup of tea. Then if it were really about you trying to attract that opposite sex person, then you would stop doing the things they don't like. And you never do, you do it more. So don't ask why doesn't she like me? Because you do everything that is disgusting, repulsive, nasty, illegal, and illegal because it's repulsive, nasty, and disgusting. You've upset a lot of people. That's why you have leaks, you little dumb fuck. It's not hard. Put two and two together. Can you tie your shoe by yourself? Can you think past tying your shoe? Or do you have to have help with that too? I don't like your shit that you do. It's creepy and weird. It's illegal because it's creepy and weird. So stop doing it. Or don't get all butthurt when the shrink goes, well, I'm not seeing him show me by his conduct that he's understanding anything she says and that he's not mentally retarded. I'm seeing him act like he is. He acts like he doesn't have a clue what she just said. He's not processing the information at all. He keeps getting caught and he does it anyway. Then he's expecting her to lie about it. All he's doing, he's giving her, well, I told you so. I've been saying that forever. He's doing exactly what I'm saying. What am I supposed to lie about? I'm not in love with you. You disgust me. You're a job. You knew that. You need to quit being John Hinckley and pretending, sir. No one owes you a lie. We're all tired of hearing about how you need a lie. You continue to do exactly what we say. We say it first, then you do it. We'll say it first to you. You know we know about it, and you'll still do it anyway. Typed in my phone all day. I can starve you into lie. I can get you kicked out. I can do all this coerce. I can. I'm Charles Perry. I can do it. Get away with it. Watch. Okay. And what is it I was supposed to lie about? I've been saying. I told you so. I own you. I control you. You're all mixed up. If I'm occupying your whole entire day, you're trying to make, figure out my ruin, and you're figuring out my ruin because I know the truth, and you don't like the truth. It's inconvenient. I own you. I define you. Without me, you're just some boring, bizarre, pathetic nobody from small town Texas nowhere.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. And you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
Stalking is a crime. Forcing yourself on a woman that doesn't like you. Being overbearing with demands of a lie so badly. People hate your guts once you've gone and talk. It's not cool. It's not sexy. It's disgusting and repulsive. I'm not in love with you because you do that. You make my stomach turn. You make everybody's stomach turn. Now you respond right to what I'm saying. Leave me the fuck alone. It is illegal for you to make contact with me when I've asked you to stop. I'm not in love with you. I'm not in love with you. You disgust me. You pissed everybody off today with your little stunt you pulled. Well, how bad do we need to make her life to force her against her will? A grown woman. Very smart grown woman. The woman catching all my crime for the first time in my life. Not mentally unstable. Not mentally stupid. She's catching my crime. I did tell you so. I told you so. So you act now like you're not retarded. Clinically, medically retarded. Do it now. Because your life depends on it right here, Perry. Charles, your life depends on whether or not you respond appropriately to what I'm saying right here today. Stop contacting me. I don't like it. When you cause me a problem, you get told on. You never get a date. You have no real love life. You're watching TV pretending, and you look pathetic, and people make fun of you behind your back, and you're too stupid to know that. You should be embarrassed as you make us feel, everyone else. And you're too stupid to act to know you should be, huh? I had to ask the shrink, why isn't he embarrassed? He embarrasses the fuck out of me and everybody else, from what it sounds like. He doesn't know he should be. He is continuing to show signs and symptoms of severe mental retardation. He never responds appropriately to what people say. It's like he doesn't know. It's like he didn't understand you. It's like you're speaking Spanish. He doesn't know how to speak Spanish. So today, prove her wrong or not. I don't care. It's no skin off my nose one way or the other. You cause me problems, we get more intel. You cause me problems, we get more information. We're building a criminal case against you. You could live with it. You live with it, Mr. Perry. Had you done what I said, When I lived in Dallas, I don't love you. You disgust me. I'm not in love with you. It doesn't go both ways. You're a rejected fail. And nothing more. You'll never be anything but that. Never. You won't be any better than a rejected failure, too stupid to figure out how to move on, like everybody else can do. You can't keep up with everybody else. You fail. You're creepy. You're weirdo. You're stupid. You're pathetic. You're rejected and told on, 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 every time you piss us off. Because you committed a crime against me again. Now, hacking, peeping, those are crimes. Stalking is a crime. Coercion is a crime. You're bearing down on everybody so badly, we want to hit you. Do you understand? So instead, we can't hit you. You got leaks like a sieve. We don't have them. You have them. You don't know how to put that together in your head, what that means, do you? You're that stupid, aren't you? Yep, today your life depends on it. You better act like you understood me. When you fuck with me, you never get the date. You always get told on. How can we make her life bad enough that she'll do what we say? Wow, this is not Iraq. Slavery ended at the Civil War. You don't know that? Did you go to Texas Tech? Charles, shut up. You better shut up. We're tired of hearing what you think. No one asked you, Connie Curry. No one's asking you, Connie Curry. Shut up. Act like you understand what I'm saying. When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you take my money, when you threaten me, I'm gonna get you. You get told on and told on and told on and told on and nothing else. I'm not gonna lie for you. You keep doing exactly what I say, and I say it before. I've had to repeat myself over and over and over and over and over. Everybody else gets it the first time you say it. Some people never have to be told. You have to be told. And then you gotta be told again. And then you gotta be told again. And then you gotta be told even again. And you're still stupid and don't get it. So prove the shrink wrong. Or not. I don't even care. You don't mean a fucking thing to me at all. I moved twice to get away from you. I don't like you. You're creepy. You're cruel. You're strange-o. Hacking, peeping, stalking, coercion are crimes. All. You're just a pathetic little criminal. With nothing to define you but me. I control you. 24/7 of your time is in trying to find a way to make me fail. 24/7 I consume that much time, that much thought, that much energy trying to make me fail, and you don't mean a fucking thing to me. You mean nothing. I'm sitting here catching your bullshit. Bag it and tag it and it goes to court, sir. It's like you don't know what people are saying. You act like you have no idea what people are saying.
That's okay, I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want... Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
You're disgusting, he said. Other guys can get a date, a real one, and they don't peep, they don't hack, they don't get creepy, they don't harass, they don't threaten, they don't coerce, they don't steal women's money. And you do, and you can't get a real date. And that doesn't tell you you're doing it wrong, maybe? Yep. The same guys that got me this, right up under your nose, never asked your consent, never needed your permission, it wasn't up to you. They got me what you guys just said. Is she not going to Dallas tonight? Nope. How bad do we need to make things for her to force her against her will back to Dallas? How starved does she need to be? I don't know. But if I were you, I think you're just giving her more fuel for her case. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Fail again today. We'll do it again today. We've controlled your leaks always. We always will. We don't have them. You don't know who these guys are that gave me this, do you? You don't know how they get the information you just said. And then I got it all typed up in about 20 emails because y'all never shut up. And then when you do it, I go, well, I did tell everybody that's what he was doing. He's so disgusted and disturbed everybody, being the demented piece of trash that he is, attacking women and children. They talked. They're talking a lot. You're disgusting people that badly. All you are asked to do is leave me the fuck alone. You're just a butt-in, and you'll never be anything but that. Never the wanted one, always just some pathetic little wannabe that I control. So, prove that you understand my words here, and that you're not clinically, mentally retarded like the shrink thinks you are. She's looking for you to give her something. So far, you've not given her a fucking thing. You've not even tried. Or to quit whining about being called mentally retarded. It's a clinical term used for, somebody who's held back by something. What? Alzheimer's or Huntington's? What do you have? What disease are you plagued with that makes it where you do shit and you say shit doesn't even make sense? What is it? Is it Huntington's? Why didn't you talk to people about that in your press conferences instead of mouthing people who've not done a thing to you? You had plenty of opportunity to get out of this. I said in Dallas I'll sign an NDA, but he has to leave me the fuck alone, and you declined. I said when you had me false arrested, I'll agree not to talk if he leaves me the fuck alone, and you declined. You went at me anyway. You get told on every fucking day, and you go at me anyway. And everybody's sick and tired of hearing how you need a lie. You keep doing what I'm saying. What am I supposed to lie about, you dumb son of a bitch? I control you, I define you. Right? Otherwise, you're just some boring, pathetic little nothing accountant from a small town nowhere, right? You feel power by ruining people's lives, so you need people to know what you do. Otherwise, you're not really all that powerful. Only when people are talking about it are you powerful. I define who you are. I control everything you do. Right? You like poking that bear, as you put it? What does that even fucking mean? Charles, don't contact me. I hate it. I mean, it disgusts me to my core. It makes me blah, nasty. Ew. Just gross. When you rape me with your cameras, same thing. There is not one sexy thing about you. You're a rejected fail. Too stupid to figure out how to move on like everybody else on the planet can do. You can't even keep up with everybody else, much less be excellent or notorious. Right? Just say it like it is. You're just pathetic and weak. You can't pick on men, too coward, too pussy. So you beat down women and children. So you feel tough. Just like that guy said, you think you're going to feel power beating on women. A lot of guys don't like that. So you're being stopped every time you're told on by the guys that got me this. It's not up to you. Now, you do what you do, I'm certain you can live with the consequences. With your choices.